Yo, what's up? It's your boy Carcino here, and let's get to it. Let's get to it like we always do it. You know, I done forgot my plate. Now, rapper, entertainer, performer, T.I., now known as Just Tip, what it do, bruh? What it do, man? I know, man. He give the city such a bad name. I'm in the fast. Oh, there he go. Old crime tried to stop me right away, didn't it? Then it tried to freeze me on up. Soon as we go live, here they come right now in this track. Hey, they don't want to give me so much gas. Wait, how to do it? Yeah, I'm 55 years old, but I still got my hat like that. Still wearing my hat like a doggone idiot. Yeah, they gonna make me believe myself. That fake laugh I do. You know that fake laugh I do all the time? That my queen keep telling me I need to stop doing. When you know I'm about to tell you some bullshit, I do that. The tip laugh. That's how you know I'm full of it. And I don't care if anybody thinks expeditiously. I know it is the thorough homicide. I was the only one who knew what entanglement was. I wasn't blown away by that. It had exceeded what you would call an astronomical situation. But like I said, them haters, we been giving them haters way too much gas. Yeah, that's why I wear my hat like this. Cause it make me look gangster. This how gangsters wear hats. Well, I had no idea, cause I ain't never seen no gangster wear a hat like this. I seen T.I. do it. Nobody else do. Why that? You know why? Cause y'all ain't hit the like button. So anyway, enough of that nonsense. So anyway, Boosie interview with Djvlad was going like a regular video. Then, for some reason, Vlad decided to ask him about T.I. and 50. And what was his take on it? Now, T.I.'s from Georgia, and Boosie's from Louisiana. One has nothing to do with the other. But he chose to go with Tip because they both from the South. Not a problem. Then he said, how do you feel about T.I. and that Crime Stopper video? That's 10 years old. That keeps coming right back up like acid reflux. It keeps coming back up like acid reflux. Every time you think it's gone, here comes this video. Dial 1-800 Crime Stopper. Crime Stoppers then came up off that video. Because I'm swear that video gets sent and tweeted and retweeted every time T.I. does anything. But the thing is, and the reason why I keep coming up, because Tip keeps getting mad about it. Whenever you gotta keep defending yourself and getting all mad, I had a paperwork party. Ain't nobody went to jail because of me. So when they keep saying I'm a snitch, why are you getting so mad? If you ain't told on nobody, you ain't got to try to show no papers. You ain't got about it. He's like, man, I ain't told on nobody, man. I already discussed that. You can show whatever tape you want. Y'all know I made the video, bro, so I can get some less time. That's all. Shoot. That's it. You ain't got nothing to explain. You make yourself getting all hot and getting mad people don't see it your way. First he say, man, I don't care how anybody think about it, man. How somebody else feel about it, I don't even care. They ain't none of their business. But shoot, if I ever get in trouble again, I'm gonna make another video. That's where he lost. That's what Tip went lost. So they asked Boosie, would he ever make a video? He was basically saying, and people have been misquoting him, like Charlamagne completely misquoted him. He was giving the information back. And when he did that, he told it in a way Boosie didn't say it. Boosie was saying, if it was me, they wouldn't even offer me that. Like, they know I'm not cooperating with them. No, I'm not working with them. They wouldn't even waste their time to come to me to offer that, because they know I'm not going to cooperate with them. They know what Boot's going to do. Things he ain't talking to the law. It's a waste of your breath. It is a waste of your time. Boosie has zero intentions of working with you. Zero. Now, it's finna get even more deeper. Once he said that, he said no. There's no way, shape, or form he would have just did his time. Basically. So when T.I. said it and they went there, they was like, what do you think about Boosie saying he wouldn't have took the deal? That ain't what Boosie said. Boosie said they wouldn't have never even come to offer him the deal. He thought that Tip made a mistake by doing that, because he's like, man, you already in trouble. You know, what more time they could have gave you? The video ain't like the video saved you. Because you did the video, they gave you this. You still was in trouble. So it was like, dude, you still gonna have to serve some months in jail. So I don't get it. You can't be still coming out rapping about some gangster stuff and you doing that. That's what the problem was. That's what the whole issue was, because that basically ruined his career. It ruined him. He was on top of the world with that album. Paper Trail, T.I. was on top, getting ready to run it. And after that situation, he never regrouped. Never regrouped. Never got back to that level. He tried. He tried a lot. But his time had come and gone. It was somebody else's turn. So y'all gonna bug up in here? Gonna air him out. So when your time come and go, don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. We should be almost at 100 likes. What y'all doing? So the situations didn't change. You know what I mean? The situations didn't straight up change. Boosie ain't cooperating with the system at all. Now, once he did this to defend himself, he gonna turn around and say, if I get in trouble again, I'm gonna make another commercial. He might have thought that sounded cool in his head. That made it even worse for Tip. That comment right there is what got him even more in the grease. If I get in trouble again, I'm gonna definitely make another video. I'm like, Listen, first of all, don't try to justify what the Crime Stoppers video was about. Man, it's some old lady getting robbed. The Crime Stopper video don't tell you nothing about that. It don't say if old ladies are getting robbed or babies are being hurt, here dial 1-800 Crime Stoppers. It don't say that nowhere on the number. They say crime, period. They don't have a definition to the crime, so you ain't got to try to fake and make one, Tip. That was your mistake too. But to sit there and say, if you get in trouble again, you definitely gonna make another video, that tells the public right there that is the words of a snitch. That if I get jammed up, you best believe I'm willing to work with law enforcement to get myself out of it. That's what it tells the public. They don't hear you finna try to make a deal. You already talking about making a deal. You ain't even did nothing yet, and you talking about working out a deal. You have no doing time disposition. Just said, I did the crime, I'm doing the time. You are sitting there talking about, man, look here. They gonna be like, Tip, we got you with these ecstasy pills. Oh man. What I gotta do? We need a Crime Stopper video. We need you hugging cops. Oh, okay, I'm gonna do all that. Tell them Black Lives Matter. It's all lives matter. Man, and we'll drop the charges. Alright, where the video? Listen, we got a problem. I want to talk to y'all. It's your boy Tip. I want to talk to y'all about another tip. It's about all lives matter. Hold on. Them the cops. Damn, they going in my direction. They passed my black butt up. They ain't worried driving slow. Because wherever they going, I don't want to see them. I ain't trying to be Tip. That's Tip right there in the back seat, huh? There they go. Make it left, make it right. There they have right there. They in there. But you ain't heard it from me though. Now you can let me go home. Yeah, Lonzo come get him. All right. Okay. You want to go to jail or you want to go home? Huh? Want to go to jail? You want to go home? Huh? That's one bullet there. That's 10 right there. That's 20. That's 30. Man, look, hold up. Man, you going too fast with the bullet, man. I was trying to say something on the first bullet. You threw out another 2. Can we go back to the first bullet, the 10 years? Yeah. You want to go to jail? You want to go home? I want to go home. I want to go home, man. Look, man, it's a guy named Sandman. That's all I know, man. That's all I can tell you. You ain't heard it from me. Come on, Tiny, let's go. Did he say you can go home? Because I told you not to come down here. You wait your time coming down here. Did he say you can go home? Because if he not, I'm going to go off on. No. Lonzo said we good, baby. We can go home. What you do? Who you told on this time? Because I hope you ain't told on nobody. They going to come blowing up on the internet. Look. I ain't got time for all that. Now, get in the car. We going home. That's all. That's the good day. I'm going home. I ain't got any no cup. You ain't got to come get me out no doggone lockup. Well, as long as I ain't got to come bail you out nowhere, because you know how Lonzo is, he be tripping. Just get in the car. Matter of fact, get in the passenger seat. I'm driving. Okay, then. I hope you just ain't told on nobody else. Now, who else did I tell on? You know doggone well. You seen my paperwork. Now you talking like them bloggers, like that Carcina guy. Yeah, making up stuff on me, talking about paperwork and all that, making fun of my voice. I should expeditiously break my foot off in your buttocks. But I don't want to bust one of your injections. I only got all that stuff because of you. I can't even feel my butt. I done knocked over about 3 things. I had some gum sticking to it the other day and I didn't even know. And the kids just laughing. I only got all this stuff because of you. You keep running out chatting all these little girls. Now listen, I done told you. The woman jumped on my lap. What was I supposed to do when you running around with a man I got odds with? He ain't never been up in me. He ain't never did nothing to me. I ain't never cheated on you. You the one running around here doing everything. Now look, I done told you we did. There you go. You're focusing on the past. We can't move forward in the future expeditiously, astronomically, if we can't get past this anti-disestablishment terrorism. Now, you are the epitome of that. At this very moment, we got to move forward. Can you do that? Look, I know you done read some college books and all that stuff. If all that means you ain't running up in no girl no more, then okay, and the only girl you're gonna be with is me, then I accept that. All right then. Just hush. And that's how the car ride gonna go. That's how the car ride gonna go. Oh, y'all just got here late. We done already did that. What's happening? Now you wait up and get at me, cause I hear you and I'm watching. It's the king. I felt so bad for him. I felt so bad on that idiot. I saw Tip sitting over there and I was like, damn shame what happened to Tip. Damn shame. This dude in the dirty, you know them, you seen them dudes down south that be sitting on the wooden porch with some flip-flops on and some socks, defeating the whole purpose of wearing flip-flops. They sitting on there with some open-toe sandals on with socks, sitting up there in some shorts and a stretched out white tee. He holding up it, but it's the king. Come see the king. Man, 50 Cent was watching that video and probably said, man, that dude is really, he's gone, man. That dude really lost his mind, man. He think I'm finna go in the ghetto and battle him on verses? Yeah, man, that crack, man, it's something else, man. It's something powerful. Yeah, so he been smoking the wrong thing, man. Yeah. They gave him the same thing they gave Smokey. Well, I believe he that Tip. And everybody trying to tell him he ain't. And he still believe he is. First he thought he was ever on Floyd Mayweather's level. You could say Floyd done fell off all he wants. Floyd got like 3 mansions. 3 that we know of. He paying for like 100 people on their rent. You know what I'm saying? He still got hundreds of millions. What is you talking about? He got millions coming in every month. So, I mean, I don't get what the joke is. That's what I'm having a hard time figuring out. I'm like, if everybody's laughing, tell me the joke. Everybody's saying he broke because you ain't seeing his money. But I know he's into commercial real estate, and I know he's with Al Heyman. Floyd can make money doing, he made himself relevant. Hit the like button, good people. Yeah, the sabotage. Look at that. They knocked everybody off. Bad. Yep, that's called. Need smoke. A lot of it. Ah, you too got it. Got a big old cup. Come and get you. Straight sabotage. Hit that like button, baby. Hit the like button. Ridiculous. You can't fool the people. You can't fool the fool. They know what's up. Of course they beef with me all the time. But the thing is they ain't gonna stop. These monkeys will not stop the show. We gonna still keep it moving. You stopping nothing, clowns. You're stopping nothing. We gonna keep moving. We know what's up, and you just exposing yourself to the corruption. That's it. You just exposing yourself. My subscribers know what time it is. They know what y'all on. You're fooling nobody. It's just straight sabotage. So that's the type of tip we on. Okay. That's how it's gonna be. Okay. Okay, let's play. You wanna play? Okay, we play. They mad I had 300 people on here cracking up laughing at Tip. Tip was probably up watching it. Man, there's a video about me. Where y'all laughing at? This dude sounds just like you and Tiny. Man, that Carl Cena guy again. Man, I told you I don't like him. I think he worked for Floyd. But you know what? It ain't gonna change a thing. We coming all the way back. They paranoid. Paranoid. But they can't stop it. They can't stop it. Ain't nothing they can do. They can get mad all they want. They can get mad. They can break something. They can kick something over. Nobody cares. You stop nothing. That's what I'm telling y'all. Hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that Cash App too. Carcino on the Cash App. Carceno. Show them. That's what I'm saying. We showing them. They like, we donating to him because we want to hear him. That's why we donated to him, because we want to hear him. He the man. That's Carcino. So like I said, Tip made himself look like a fool, but he's telling you exactly what he would do in that situation. What he's telling you is that I'm gonna snitch. That's basically what he's saying. I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do me. Y'all do you. If I ever get in trouble again, this is what he said, ladies and gentlemen. T.I. said, if I ever get in trouble again, best believe I'm gonna make another video. I'm gonna make another video. That's what he said. I'm gonna make another video. You know how strong that is for somebody to say they'll make another video? That's saying I'm ready to work and cooperate with the federal government before I even know what type of crime I even got. You already ready to cut a deal. You ain't trying to beat the case. You already talking about copping out. He gonna be the one on first 48. As soon as the doggone show start the clock. 40, 47 hours. Tick, 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 tick. You gonna be like sick now. They ain't even have to start the clock, and you already trying to cut a deal. Your Honor, my client would like to talk in quarters. He's willing to admit to this, and this, but he also would like to be able to do this. Can we come to a middle ground here where he goes to camps for 6 months, kissing babies and hugging cops? We need him to say all lives matter. We need you to say all lives matter. Well, they kind of all do. But I gotta say Black Lives Matter too. Can I do that? Can't lose all my fans. Oh yes. They know it. Mm-hmm. No LeBron news. We finna do a StreamYard soon. Oh yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you gotta understand what you're trying to get out of a situation. You gotta understand that there are other scenarios that gonna play out the way they are. But one thing you gotta realize is that, and T.I. has to realize is that, dog, you're doing this because you're not popping. He don't want to be doing no expeditiously show. He want to be doing shows, performing, selling out venues and all that stuff. He want to be doing that. He want to still be out there and be tipped. Now he like a worker ant, and he got to go wherever Jay tell him to go. Whenever Jay got something for him, money getting low, he called Jay. Hey man, you think Rock Nation got something for me? Well, they got a charity foundation or something I can go talk at. Jay gonna be, well, right now it's kind of dry right now because of the pandemic. So why don't you get you a little, like for me page or fans only page, and then start getting donations. So that's where he's at right now. He's at fans only. He's fans only level right now. Oh, come on, man. Everybody know what's up with Joe. Situations turn people against each other all the time. When you have situations that turn people against you, it always go from one level to another level to another level to another level. And they turn people against each other, and it happens all the time. Right, all I had to do was come in and hit the button, really. T.I. can buy my life 10 times over. Yeah. I see T.I. He gonna be trying to sell me something. Hey man, why don't you download my app? It's called Crime Stoppers by T.I. You see a crime, just hit the app. You see a crime, hit the app, and then it alert the cops. They're gonna be the next step. They're gonna be the next thing. They're gonna be the new wave. As soon as I get in trouble, it's gonna be an app for you to contact the cops. It's called Tip. The Tip app. We're gonna get the Tip app out there. All you gotta do is hit the button, and it automatically call the cop right next to you. They be like, oh, that's the closest cop to you. It's like calling the Uber, but you're calling the cop. You're in trouble, it notify the first cop near you. It's called Tip. Download the Tip app. Sponsored by Crime Stop. Y'all laughing until you get busted with Tip and he didn't cut a deal. Thank you, Mark, what was that, Marquise? Thank you. I appreciate it. Remember, the Cash App is Carceno. K-A-R-C-E-N-O. If y'all want to see more animated cartoons, donate to the Cash App. What's wrong with turning in criminals? Nothing if you ain't doing a crime with them. Hey, thanks, Sharon. I appreciate the Cash App. Oh no, Gucci and Jeezy couldn't beef on those doggone verses. Gucci and Dad, you see, that thing is you gonna have to like somebody you doing the doggone verses with. Them two ain't gonna be able to function. But one thing I told y'all is once Gucci came home, it was over for old Jeezy. I said, oh, it's over. Gucci home. It's over for him. He might as well close up the tent. He ain't got his money. He need to get out now because they finna put him out. And that's exactly what happened. Gucci came and put Jeezy right out of position. Real fast. As soon as he came home, Jeezy was out of there. I think I need a shrink. Yeah. But when you call the first two Ubers over here, the thing is, you was like, when they called the first two Ubers, you was out somewhere else, right? Just chilling. You weren't with nobody else. And why would she think that she was with somebody else? She just automatically assumed that he was with somebody else.
Because I know him. What do you mean? Because I know him.
Tahiri and Votto. I mean, my thing is this. Tahiri got to realize she's trying to hold on to fame that she ain't got. She's a reality show chick, and that stuff is like trying to be a stripper at 40. It's like, it's over. You're gonna have to get a job. Knock, knock. Who is it? Job. It's time to get one. She's like, not with a big booty like this. Somebody's going to take me in. Well, I never did one about DMX and Snoop Dogg. I think I did it on the Patreon. I think we did that live. Oh, Anthony Davis's phantom eye injury and all that crap. Nobody worried about that. I'm telling you right now, everybody mad at Vlad. Vlad just asked the questions. If you don't want to answer the questions, you ain't got to answer them. Vlad got what he wanted out the interview because they actually spoke on it. People are mad at Vlad because Vlad is good. He's good at what he does. AD is soft. Look, everybody knows a bad situation when they see one. What is T.I. doing right now? They keep talking about the mayor of Atlanta, and they keep talking about him and Killer Mike. And Killer Mike, man, he seemed like a really good brother. You know, he's on the real estate tip and trying to get into business and doing all these different things. But he's playing the political card a little bit too much. And I think he's still like riding with the Democrats, Democratic Party too much, but ain't holding them to do what they supposed to do. And they keep talking about, man, we got to stay in the hood because, see, that percentage that goes into the neighborhood when you move out, the state ain't going to get the money up. No, 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 Killer Mike. I saw you was talking real fast, brother. For a Southern brother, you were talking real fast and talking that country talk. And we're talking real fast about the politicians and all the brothers moving out, taking that money to the suburbs. Don't they realize that the state, they ain't going to get the same money if them people making good money and they move out to the suburbs, they ain't going to give it to the people. Yes and no. Because when those people were living there, they would still have that money in the neighborhood. They still weren't giving the money to the community. The money wasn't coming into the community. You know where the money was going? It was going to these aldermans and the wards, and they was buying their girlfriends new cars and buying cherry wood desks in their office. And they weren't getting nothing for you out there in the world. So wasn't nothing being done while they was over there. So they supposed to stay over there, get robbed, risk getting shot and stabbed when they like, why am I staying in this community? I want to put my kids in the best educational system that they got in the world. Why am I here? This is not the best educational system for my kids. So why am I going to stay here? The school districts, everybody want the same thing for their kids. They want to have a better life for their kids and family when they grow up. And they want their kids to have the best opportunity in the world to grow and have the best education and have all these opportunities so that they could do better than them. Be like, you can succeed further than me. I want to make sure you got the best opportunities to do that and do the things that I didn't have at my disposal. I don't want you to go through the same struggles as me, dodging bullets in the streets. Get low. Dad taught me the road. Woo! Yeah, we got money, but we stand in the hood. They said they gonna fix these cracks in the street. But they ain't getting these criminals out of here, though. Yeah. Love the community. So all that stuff that they were talking, not one time did they talk about all the people that's in the neighborhood that's making the neighborhood bad and doing crimes. Your own people. So when your own people was burning down the buildings, now you out there trying to get on the microphone. Come on, man. We can't burn down our own communities, man. We messing up. Doing all that with the man. It's too late. Because you spent too much time focusing on Whitey. Come on, man. They ain't trying to do nothing for the black community. And they ain't trying to do that because you don't want to accept the responsibility of educating and talking to your own. And telling them, y'all doing wrong. You don't want to say that. It's always good to pass the buck on somebody else and say, look, man, y'all got to stop this killing. Because if y'all don't start killing each other, ain't nothing going to get done here. No, ain't nowhere in the world. People be like, man, why you move to the burbs? Easy. I move somewhere where it is, I don't have to worry about gunfire and all this stuff in the hood. And I know a lot of people can't make it. It's called escape from the killing fields. I'm not going to stay in the killing fields. They don't want to improve that area. They built that off of gentrification. Took people out of their environment and moved them into another environment. And they warned the same thing they did in the Katrina flood. The people from Louisiana went to Houston and it turned into a war, a bloodbath. Now look at Houston. So listen, whenever you introduce these situations, these problems happen. And it's been like that in Chicago, been just like that ever since they tore down the buildings. And believe it or not, that used to be the suburbs of the high profitable area. And people won't live here. But T.I., they ain't focused on that. They focused on passing the buck on somebody else. It's somebody else's problem. And my thing is, you in Atlanta. You are in the ATL, my brother. You own property over there. Why you ain't getting the brothers in line? Rest in peace to Malik B, the founder of the Roots. Because that's what I always say. If Black Lives Matter, then make it matter. Make it all matter. You can't just say, okay, it matter, but for these dudes, not so much. No. We don't play that. Either you all in or you not in at all. That's just how it is. You can't do that. You can't say, well, Black Lives is all about redlining and it's about police brutality. It's about this and that. It ain't about black on black crime. Oh, it better be. It better be about that too. It better be about all of it. Because you can't just say, oh, we only about this. We don't care about our own people hurting each other. They ain't got nothing to do with it. So don't ask us to get involved. Nah, bro, it don't work that way. It don't work that way. Not at all. Not in the New York Minute would I sit there and be okay with that. Well, Phil Jackson was the one that really made that what it was. Phil Jackson didn't want to bring Craig Hodges onto the Lakers. If it wasn't for Tex Winters who said, I need Craig. If it wasn't for him saying, I need him because he knows the plays, I need him to be my assistant, one of the assistant coaches. If he didn't make that stand, you would not have seen Craig Hodges on the Los Angeles Lakers. Just wouldn't have happened. Well, you always gonna see a situation where everyone else is gonna say one thing and then it's gonna turn into another. When T.I. saw he had all these things happening, you know what T.I. did that screwed him in the game? What T.I. decided to do was say, forget everybody in the world. I know what I want to do. T.I. went ahead and made a movie called Takers, where he was one of the founding fathers of it, did everything in the world, and next thing you know, Takers blow up and was doing well, and T.I. goes out to celebrate after watching it, and he want to do some ecstasy. He's on probation, and he gets busted. Instead of letting Tiny take the charge, he said all the ecstasy was his. His lawyer even told him, boy, you a fool. She gonna get probation at most. She might get a fine. Yo stupid butt finna go to jail. So he took all the charge, and he said, ain't nobody in my family doing time but me. So he went and took that charge, and that messed up his career. That was the blow that put him in the box. People think it was just the Crime Stopper thing. No, he came home and was back on track, getting back on top, and it was that moment when he went right back to jail that it was over. That's when he was done. But see, they both was doing X. Being stupid. And when you're stupid like that, these are the stupid results. You on probation. And you treating it like it's a game. And look where it ended up getting you. It ended up getting you in hot water. It ended up getting you like that. That wasn't a game. You thought you was off because you had probation? No, you was still in the grease. You had to go out and do what you had to do to stay in the game. And you wasn't doing that. You acted like a stark fool. And because of it, we gotta say, and because of it, you thought it would be very wise for you to do something insane. And you want to know what that insane thing was that he did? He thought, let me go and do drugs with my wife. That's only smart. Nope. Strike out. Not smart. Everything go haywire. It didn't work. But see, this is the main problem. Whenever you talk about rappers, they don't believe that all of this stuff can happen to them. They think it's all good. Everything is just all good. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. That's how they feel. So when you hear that happen, and don't forget to hit the Cash App up. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. We staying on live as long as the people are donating. So that's why we staying on. Keep giving y'all the real. Now, if everybody wanted to get down on something, saying that, we need to come together and we need to do this and we need to get down on this, then what's the problem? That's the part I don't get. I'm like, I don't understand it, because Tip had so many opportunities, and then when the opportunities didn't work out, when all these opportunities didn't work out, he started blaming people. Before he had to go to court, so he had time. It ain't like he went straight in. He started to work on another album right after the Takers movie. Now, the album wasn't completed, so he knew he was going to have to go in and do some time. He was going to be gone for about another year. So another year after being gone for about 10 months, so he about 2 years he finna lose out of the business. So what he did was start making some videos, real rushed videos, just so he could have some stuff out on the streets while he gone. And in these songs he was doing, he was talking about he had changed his whole ways, and he's talking about people, be careful, watch the mistakes you make. It was like, yeah, we know to watch the mistakes we make because you just made them. So Tip made all those mistakes and made those terrible videos. I don't even know the name of that album, but that's what he was doing. Gets out of that situation, finally comes home, drops 2 albums that were duds. He no longer had Alpha watching his back no more. He wasn't that guy no more. Then he became the woke spiritual guy who's is us or else. We living in a war zone. Now he's pro-black everything. Then he goes and do the reality show, and that's the only thing that kept him afloat. Was the Tiny show with Tiny and her friends and them reality shows. And they was spending money like idiots. They start having business deals and all this stuff, and Tip was doing all this to keep the lights on, and they were messing up big time. What's up, Marcus Stacks? He said, what's the end game for this COVID? They aligned. The end game is wait until after November and see what what the new wave gonna be. Everybody's lying. That's one thing you best believe. Everybody's lying. But thanks for the cash app. My skin behind the couch. What is he talking about? Right. That's what I'm saying. His last album that was great was Paper Trail. Then he tried to come out with another Paper Trail down the road. What was it, like Paperwork or something like that? Or it was like so many years down the road he came with another Paper Trail. Tried to come with the same Paper Trail. It was like Paper Trail 2 was like Paperwork or something like that, because he knew that was his last great album. He even tried to make the album cover look like Paper Trail, which was stupid. Right. He does whatever Jay-Z tell him to do. If Jay-Z say, I want you to make a music video tapping your head and rubbing your stomach, best believe Tip would be out there tapping his head, rubbing his stomach. Nah, okay, Mr. Sledge, you gotta go to bed. You sleepy. If you sit there and tell me you didn't like Paper Trail, oh man, you didn't miss some classic. You gonna have to go back and watch this video again. You didn't miss some classic voice work on this video that was worthy of Cash App donations. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. But my thing is, who you think is more realer? All right, because T.I. talked like he was this real street dude, and he wasn't. I'm like, Tip, you wasn't. You was street affiliated. You knew guys who were. You were me. I'm not a street guy, but I was in the streets. My friends were associated in the streets. It's where we grew up. You know, I ain't choose them and say, hey, man, look, you look dangerous. I'm rolling with you. I knew them before they were dangerous. Mm-hmm. Well, you got to maintain your emotional energy. I mean, his compromise is something different. And this is why I try to tell people about knowing your position, knowing how not to give up your situation and compromise. Ti was so compromised in his business, he had to tie his wagon to Jay Z. So whatever Jay say do, he got to do. Now, if he doesn't go down that avenue, then it's not going to work out for him. Well, a lot of things happened during this time. A year ago today, a lot of things were not good. You know, a lot of things were on the table that was going that was going kind of insane. That's why we always say, boundaries in a relationship are key. And you must respect your neighbor and all these things, but you got to keep your integrity, you got to keep your work. I bet you right now, Ti don't even own anything on Paper Trail and none of his old works. I'm willing to bet he done lost all his publishing or have sold them for money. Mm-hmm. Well, everyone's going to try to reinvent themselves. Goldman Sachs was trying to reinvent themselves because they got a government bailout. So when Sachs got bailed out, everybody said, "Well, everything is going to be back the way it's going to go to normal. The numbers are going to improve." Nope, completely not the case. Everything took a turn for the worse. Well, the president of Barstool Sports had called LeBron James a fake. And I agree with that 100%. So that has nothing to do with this, though. When your friends catch you in a lie and you sit there and ride with it, we get it. Jay-Z and LeBron is not as close as they used to be because of business situations. You know, they all right, they cool, but they're not like they used to be. It had nothing to do with no Beyonce stuff. It was because of business situations. So because of business, they're put in a situation where, you know, it is what it is. Now in 2020, Coca-Cola was ready to make a huge splash. They were moving away from Regal Movie Centers. They was going to do a whole big deal exclusively down the road. The Coca-Cola deal was going to go to other artists. Why do you think Chance the Rapper came in and made more money than T.I.'s ever done? He came in from Chicago, came in political. Father's a diehard Democrat, played a political angle just the way his father designed it, but he gets way more money than T.I. ever did and definitely collecting on it. How is this possible, ladies and gentlemen? What did this guy do that nobody else seemed to be able to do? Hmm? What is it that that guy was able to do that the others could not? No. Chance the Rapper owned his music because they didn't want it to deal with him. He went at all the other majors in the game. He was independent because he tried to get those deals and they didn't want to accept him. So he had a distribution deal. Chance came and went. That's what you think. He don't have to make records. You see, that's the name of the game now. You don't have to make records. All you have to be is hot. If everybody know you're Chance the Rapper, he's selling more of hats and shoes. He's making more off endorsements. Chance the Rapper is making way more money off products off his name than he's made in records. He doesn't have to do anything else. He's made himself a household brand, so he doesn't need a record deal. He don't have to make any music if he doesn't want to. He can choose to do it whenever he wants. He's not signed to a label. Now, the labels look stupid now because they didn't sign him to a deal that would have had him trapped and they could control his music. Like many of y'all don't even know. Woo. Your boy Sino, if I wanted to, y'all. Notice I said if I wanted to, I would have DJ Academic's job. Now, very easy. I could have had his job. Let me tell you what happened. All right. And this is my Cash App is Carceno, Karceno. Let me tell you what you guys didn't know. When Complex was doing the show Everyday Struggle, they were reaching out for talent. And they had people that were looking and grasping for entertainment in the field for people who could be hosts. At the time, the biggest guys on YouTube doing hip hop was myself and DJ Academics. There was no other runners up. In case you guys didn't know, the Carceno for Life, one video would do 100,000 views in one day. Seriously. My Truth Behind series was the biggest thing in the world. YouTube had never seen anything like it from a hip hop perspective. They had never seen anything do anything like that unless it was live. I was doing Djvlad's numbers. It got to the point where Vlad was even trying to keep up with me, throwing out old videos to keep up with me because I had videos high. I had rappers coming up to me, the whole nine. Yeah, with a cheap classic fan, interference in the background, the whole nine. I showed you guys proof way back when, and it almost damaged the deal and got to the point where they could have sued me over the situation, but Broadband tried to recruit me and bring me aboard. But I was new to this internet game. And when they were the first guys, but they weren't the only guys. Over the time, I was in Vegas. I come back from Vegas because I was doing some other business things on the side where I was trying to get with Damian John and actually do some work with him on Shark Tank with some other products and some real estate stuff. But he was just basically trying to use my money and put it with his money and basically he ain't gonna put no money in. We not really working with him. We working with some guys on his team. And then we're just the money, and it's more like a mutual fund situation. So I went there and I said, I'm not finna do that. I'm not finna start pulling up all my money and I'm not really seeing anything because I don't need your money. I don't like this deal is not gonna make or break me. So I can bounce from the deal. So I just like, okay, I came to Vegas. Cool. I can just kick it. Called my boy up X, hung out with him for a minute in the studio, then flew back home. When I came back home, there were other deals and offers being presented to me. A girl named Christian Price, if I'm not mistaken, called her KPZ, and she was reaching out for a company called Complex. And they had saw me and wanted to know if I wanted to come in for an audition. So a lot of you don't even know this because I never really discuss it. But I got receipts. Got the receipts. So I'm waiting for somebody to jump. I'm waiting for them to jump. I'm waiting for them to jump out the ceiling, and if I can do it without being sued, it's definitely going up. But I got receipts. Now, here was the dialogue, not verbatim, because I don't have it pulled up in front of me. But this is what the conversation was going by. Because I ignored it, I'm not really understanding what Complex would want with me and this and whatever. So they was like, we saw some of your videos. They're very interesting about my hip hop truth behind series. Like some of the videos, I want to know. We're talking about developing a show, and we want you to come in for an audition and meet with the guys. So they're talking about creating a show in which they talk about my truth behinds and the stories that I got on their show on the internet and put it on their platform. Now, naturally, I get another email from somebody else that works for Complex. I might be mistaken. This guy name might be Pork Chops, and it might be somebody else. I can't really remember the name, so forgive me. But I'm going to tell you, this guy deals with a lot of sports. Okay? This guy deals with the sports side of YouTube or Complex. So I had two offers. He had no idea that the other person had reached out to me for the hip hop side. He's calling for the sports side and was talking about, hey, I saw you hanging out with Floyd Mayweather. I saw a video with you and Floyd Mayweather, and you was interviewing Floyd Mayweather in boxing, and you were in the Mayweather gym. It was Conor McGregor versus Floyd, I think, was coming up at the time, and saying, hey, we want to ask some questions about that, and we see you do basketball videos, so we wanted to ask you some questions about basketball, and we're talking about doing a sports show here on Complex, and want to know if you can come in for an audition. So I got two auditions for two different things on the same network. Nobody knows. Nobody knows about this. Now, so anyway, this whole situation gets crazy. I'm telling them it sounds nice, but I would rather partner. Okay? I don't want you guys to own anything. They were like, no. You're an independent contractor. You will not be working for Complex. You will own everything that you do and this and that. But here is some other guy from legal who is the department's like watchdog. Like he comes in and he sends me an email and says, hey, love such and such. And, listen, your page. But we need to know, you got some controversial videos that, you don't have to delete them, but you got to put them as unavailable or unlisted or private. Just in case, someone, asks about them. But we definitely want you to come on in to the Complex office. I was invited to come to Complex. Didn't go. And the reason I didn't go is because I got sent a letter back. Okay? And I will tell y'all what that letter say only on the Patreon. So we'll get into that later on the Patreon. Yeah. The guy's last name was, I don't even know if he worked for them no more. But it was a whole different situation that developed. But the rest will be on the Patreon. So to hear the rest of the story, you're going to have to be subscribed to the Patreon. So August the 1st, this story will be available on Patreon.